Good morning, retreat attendees. It is Mike. And yes, I know a lot of you are working harder at becoming a great listing agent than you may have worked in the past, and that's exciting. Good for you. Keep up that. It's difficult to keep doing it day after day, week after week. Remember, repetitious boredom is a big part of what makes your life work. Obviously, a big part of the retreat was the fact that we presented on the stage 8 great blueprints on how agents have worked hard to succeed using the material we teach every single day. Fahada, Tony, Neil, Valerie, Brianne, Cindy, Karen, and Bernie. And what I said to all of you on the 4th day of the retreat was that I was going to send to you those blueprints. And what I've decided to do is over the next 8 weeks, I'm going to present each one of them to you individually. And the reason I want to do it this way is I want you to be able to read it. I want you to be able to hear it. I want you to be able to see it. I want you to be able to feel it. Most importantly, adopt the principles that these 8 great people have used to build really incredible businesses, as you saw on the very first blueprint on Tuesday. You know, we started that first conversation with Fahada. It was probably about 11:15 or so on that first day. And the first thing she said, which caught a lot of people off guard, was how much money she's going to earn in 2013. Remember, the number was $2 million in commissions. I was watching a lot of your faces when she said that. It caught you off guard. But see, the truth is, it's not complicated what Fahada has done. So let me go through with you today now the blueprint she presented to all of you. Here's what she said was number 1. Create a schedule with prospecting as the centerpiece of the schedule. You know, it's interesting. In real estate sales, we don't look at prospecting as being part of the process. For some reason, because we have so many people, present company excluded, that don't have any sales experience per se, when you talk about prospecting, it's like a foreign word. I might as well be talking in Italian to the French and speaking in English to the German people. It's that far removed from common sense. If you're going to have a schedule and you're going to build a productive business, how can you not have prospecting be the centerpiece of that business? I had dozens of you walk up during the retreat, and dozens more since the retreat say to me, what is the most important thing I can do to build my business? And I said, well, are you new in the business? Yes, I am. Or I would say, how many transactions you doing? I'm doing 10, 12, 15. The only job you have is to prospect every day. See, what Fahada does is she has made that the foundation of her daily schedule. Number 2, connect the dots. Remember, a lot of you responded to this in a very positive manner. Connect the dots while keeping in mind that the discipline I exercise daily will get me to the goals that I've set. Okay, here's the schedule. Here's the prospecting. Here's the achievement of the goals you've set. Watch. Here's the schedule, ... Here's the goals, ... Here's the achievement, ... with the prospecting. See, until each of us can connect those dots, until we can actually see that this activity brings this result, until we can draw that line, connect those dots, point the arrow, we'll never have the success we want. Number 3, listen to this. Communicate with buyers and sellers better. She said to do that, in her case, she's attended now 10 productivity schools, 15 superstar retreats, 12 one-on-one retreats, been through NLP training with Matthew twice, countless, hundreds of role-play sessions, involved in mastermind groups, accountability calls, and she's been in coaching for 13 years. Many of you did walk up. Very valid. Why, Mike, would a lady like Fahada, making that much money, stay in coaching? Well, let me ask you a question. Why does Tiger Woods have a coach? Why did Michael Jordan have a coach? The greatest basketball player in history. The higher you go in productivity, the more you need the coaching. So she learns to communicate by being involved, by attending, by studying, by learning all the things we teach. Number 4, you'll like this, get a coach. They teach you not only how to list and sell real estate, but how to help you understand the importance of accountability. See, you heard me say it a dozen times. Accountability, accountability, accountability. Do you have anybody holding you accountable? Remember, accountability, the ability to be counted on, to do something. Number 5, I realize the more prospecting I do, the better I get at knowing my market, knowing what people in my market want to buy and sell, and matching those people with the properties that are for sale. If you don't know the market, how do you expect to be a superstar? If you don't know the market, how do you expect to accomplish high levels of productivity? And by prospecting, see, you're in conversations. You're not just asking some questions and hanging up, going to the next one. You're in conversations. You're in communication. You're discovering things. You're meeting people. But Mike, some people aren't nice. Yeah, but we don't care about those. We're looking for the ones that are nice, and that's most people. Remember, in prospecting, the customers are nice if you're nice. The customers are afraid if you're afraid. The customers are hostile if you're hostile. If you're asking questions with a smile on your face and listening, you get great responses. Number 6, be relentless in your lead follow-up. Remember the example I gave you guys with Fahada? I said, Fahada's like a German Shepherd. Take a big juicy bone, stick it in her mouth. You're not getting it out. She's going to keep that bone. Well, you give Fahada a good lead, guess what? She is going to work that lead to get an appointment or throw it away. Number 7, do exactly, here's a new one, what your coach says. I'm paying for their expertise, therefore I simply execute and things will happen. In essence, Fahada is saying, I'm very coachable. I had the good fortune of coaching Fahada for almost a year myself. If I said jump, she jumps. Here's a question. What is getting in the way of you taking instructions and following it? It doesn't make any sense to me. I know you're holding on to that independent contractor nonsense in your head, but see, here's one of the most productive agents in the world saying, do exactly what your coach says. I'm paying for their expertise. Number 8 on her blueprint, continually learn more about the knowledge of the market. Market stats, inventory, what's for sale, what's sold. I think a lot of you finally got the message that you have to be a market expert. How do you become a market expert? Previewing property, prospecting, checking the computer to see what's selling. What are the trends in the area? Very important. Number 9, I've set up systems based on the Mike Ferry sales system. I have checklists for everything to do for the ultimate goal of providing great service. I don't think you heard one of those 8 great people not mention the importance of great service. Number 10 on her particular blueprint, remain consistent. I recognize that this is a work in progress that takes forever. I don't know how old Fahada is. I know she's got a daughter and a son that are probably in their mid-30s, so she's probably now 23 years old. And here she is, an experienced veteran, a real pro. I mean, the top of the top of the top of the line. And you saw that with the smile on her face. You saw with her attitude. A lot of you talked to her. I watched you do that. Look at this. I'm a work in progress. I mentioned Michael Eisner when he ran all of Disney. His book was titled A Work in Progress because, see, you're never going to get there. But remember, success is the progressive realization, a work in progress. Number 11 on her blueprint, stay in coaching. Every year brings a stronger and deeper knowledge of the business. I can't believe how often people join coaching and drop out. I had a report here someplace this morning on my desk, and excuse the mess, but I'm working. Here's a guy that was doing like 110, 115 deals a year. Last year we got him up to about 140. So guess what he does? He takes a break from coaching. He wants to see how it can work without us. I mean, it's so stupid it almost doesn't make sense. Fahada says in her blueprint, stay in coaching. And I thought number 12 was the best. Have fun every day. The more fun I have, the more business I do. Being relaxed and having things flowing leads to breakthroughs. Some of you walked up and said, Mike, I mean, give me a break here. It's easier to have a lot of fun if you have a lot of money. Well, of course it is. But see, Fahada has the attitude that it's important to smile, to be relaxed, to be enthusiastic way before the great results came to her. Now, it shows when you're uptight and you're stressed and you're broke. Sometimes you have to fake it till you make it. So, Fahada, thank you for a great blueprint. And I'm anxious to next week present the blueprint from Tony. I hope that you watch this each week. There's going to be 8 in a row. Enjoy, follow the blueprint, create your own, succeed. Talk to you next week.